Hey guys, I wanted to try something a little bit different today. First of all, my hair is like super curly because we're about to do a ton of shooting, and it stays longer if I wait till the last second to brush it out, so that's a little crazy. But so I love beauty products, and I think that anything beauty related really ties into what we do at the gym with self-care and just helping you feel your best. But I think that beauty stuff is harder to, I don't really talk about it a lot, I don't blog about it a ton because I think I like to have a certain layer of authenticity to everything that we do, and that's harder to achieve with beauty products than fashion stuff, because when we do our fashion posts, you can see what I'm wearing and where I'm wearing it at, and you know that that was like used in the moment. And with beauty products, it's harder because rarely can you ever tell in the first application like what something does, and you really need to know that something is going to get you the results that you want. So I have a couple beauty products, and I've been wanting to do a series of empties for a while, where these are products that I've literally used every last drop of. And so I wanted to do this, but I had to wait until I had some empty products to show you guys. So I have a couple today that I've loved, and I'm actually super sad that they're gone, but I am happy that that meant that I got to make this video for you. So the first one that I was super impressed by, so my entire life I had really great skin, except for the past like 2 years. As I've gotten older, adult acne has really been a pain in the butt. And so I'm always looking for products that don't irritate my skin because it's really sensitive, but that help me combat that. And the worst part of having acne has been all of the scars that have come from it. And so this is from NeoStrata, and it's their resurfacing, it's a foaming glycolic wash, and you can tell there's literally, well, there is a little bit left. Okay, but if I shake it, there's literally like nothing in it. We're traveling, so maybe it got shook off my suitcase and we got a little bit left, but it's almost gone, I swear. And so this has been really helpful in helping me combat some of those acne scars and helping to resurface my skin and get it, I mean, it's not where it was, but it's getting closer. At first I was only able to use this once a week because it is glycolic acid. It's a little bit more rough on the skin, so be careful. Maybe just use it on like a little teeny, oh, get scared. What are my hair ties? Whoops. Just use a little bit on your like cheek, and make sure that you don't react really badly to it. And now I'm up to the point where I can use it. I use it like every day, sometimes every other day, depending on if my skin is really dry or not. The second, this is another acne related thing. This is from TruSelf Organics. It's their detoxifying mask, and I have fallen in love with this. I've been using this once a week since they sent it to me right before I went on vacation, so every week since like the end of June, and I've noticed a really big difference in my acne. And actually I did a pretty good job covering them up today, but I haven't used it in like 2 weeks because it's been gone, and I actually am seeing more pimples than when I was using it, so it was absolutely working. Make sure they have a bamboo utensil set on their website, and this, I normally stay away from like these clay kind of masks because it's a pain in the butt to mix them and then to apply them. But so there's a bamboo utensil set that you can get from TruSelf Organics, which has been really fantastic to have with it because they give you a little bamboo bowl and you get the brush with it and the spoon. On it says mix it with equal parts water and product, but I like a little bit more of a thicker mask, so I do a little bit more product than I do water. Plus you can always add water if you need it to be a little bit thinner, but once you add too much water, then you're kind of SOL. Alright, let's see. Now I've got this, it's a night cream from GlyTerra, and I actually got this a few weeks ago, it was a while back at Fashion Week, and I've used it. Sean says it makes my face smell like Play-Doh, but I saw results from it, and that's really what matters. I didn't think it smelled too bad like Play-Doh, but it did have a little bit of a funky smell, but it was thick, but it didn't make my skin greasy. So I felt like in the morning my skin was really hydrated, but it wasn't like greasy like some intense moisturizers leave my skin with at night. And I liked the texture of it a lot, and I do think it helped. I noticed I'm at that age where wrinkles are really starting to become a problem, unfortunately. I'm starting to see them for the first time, which is hard. And so this, a lot of wrinkle creams really irritate my skin because of what they have in them, and this didn't. So I was able to see some, they looked lessened, but it didn't drive my skin crazy, which is helpful. I have two more makeup-y type products for you. Well, 3 more products total, but 2 makeup ones. Smashbox, their Photo Finish Primer is one of the best things I've ever tried in my whole entire life. I've tried a lot of primers, and this one is my favorite. It is so dirty because it's been in my makeup bag every single day, and I'm actually super sad that there is none of it left. And the best thing about primer is, 1, that you use a ton less foundation, and 2, it gives your skin a smoother surface before you put your makeup on, so all your makeup doesn't like settle into your little wrinkles and into your creases. And no matter what I hydrate my skin with in the morning, by the end of the day it almost always starts to dry out. So whenever I use a primer, I notice a huge difference in that my makeup and my foundation doesn't get super creasy like it does when I don't wear primer. And plus, I feel like I can go with less makeup, which I can go with less makeup when I use a primer, but my skin just feels lighter, and it doesn't feel like there's so much kind of like put on it when I use a product like this, because you can use less foundation but still get the same amount of coverage. And so, very fittingly, my favorite foundation that I'm loving is from Gorgeous Cosmetics, and like tons of the words are like faded off of this because I have loved it so much. This, see, it's empty, and that's so sad. I actually have it on today. It's in a slightly different shade, but this it's light and it's airy, but it gives you a ton of coverage, and that's why I love it, because I have really sensitive skin, and I hate when it feels like anything is just like piled on top of it. But I do have adult acne, and I have a little bit of discoloration, and I have those scars that I'm always trying to cover up. So I do need coverage, but I don't want the feel of that like cakey coverage that so many of the foundations out there give. So this feels like, I don't even know, it's just dreamy. You just slide it on, it goes on nice and smooth. It has a really light, fresh scent, so it doesn't have that like makeup-y scent that some foundations have. It's just a really fantastic product from Gorgeous Cosmetics is where that's from. And then the last one is a lifesaver, because I like to have my hair done, but I don't like going to get done because it's hard for me to sit still for like 3 hours. And also, I like wait forever to schedule an appointment, and then when I actually do, it's because I look in the mirror and my roots are really bad. But then normally when I call at that time, they're like, oh, we can get you in like 3 or 4 weeks. So I always have this nice little window where my roots are crazy, and I call it my natural ombre. So this is from EverPro, and it is, it's like they call it an instant fix for dark roots. But so you just spray it on, and it has a really light blonde. I think they might have it in a few other shades too if you're not a blonde, but it's just like it's a light color. And I've tried a few more of these. I've tried a couple other like root, and it's just temporary. It's not like a root touch-up dye or anything. It's just whenever you shower next, it'll wash right out. And I've tried a couple other products like this, and I hated them. I loved the concept, and I wanted something that worked so bad, but any of the ones that I actually tried, I either didn't like how they felt, or they made my hair look more white than blonde, or I didn't like the consistency or the smell. I like stuff that smells bad. I can't do it. So this is really nice because it didn't make my hair feel like powdery like a lot of them do, and it smelled fine. What else was I going to say? I don't know, I lost my train of thought because I need to eat breakfast. But this is a really great product, and it kind of has a little bit of a consistency of like a spray dry shampoo, so I noticed it gave me some volume and that I didn't have to use dry shampoo when I used this. But you just need a little bit, and if you notice, like if you have highlights, or if you don't need like that kind of full coverage when you spray it, afterwards wait a couple minutes and then just brush it through, and it'll kind of like evenly distribute, and it'll blend right in with your blonde color, and it's seriously a lifesaver. So that's all the Empties, and I really wish that you can see that I really wish this wasn't gone either. That's just air that's coming out of that. There's no product. So that's all the empties that I have for you guys for today. Let me know if you liked this post, if you want to see more videos like this. We're trying to play around with a lot of video content. And let me know what your favorite products are and what I should try next. Thanks. Have a good day.